Everyone, this is Phoenix Normand, and I'm so excited to finally launch bEAst. This has been something probably in the works for the last 3 years or so. Most of you that know me from LinkedIn. You know that my journey has been as an executive assistant, top producing executive assistant in C-suites for over 30 years. Uh, that included a transition to chief of staff for a few years, and then back over to being the sort of owner of my own businesses. The reason why I sort of returned to this direction with bEAst and really, really focusing on executive administrative professionals is it's, first of all, where I sort of cut my teeth, but it's also where I've always, I think, felt the deepest affinity and the deepest sort of connection. When you do this for decades of your life, especially at the top, you can sort of see the opportunities in the role, as well as things that just honestly haven't changed for 30 years. And there's still a very long and protracted fight that's, getting more and more public about executive assistants and their pathing and career pathing. And it seems like the reluctance of both C-suites and HR to simply just make the change. I mean, there's really not that much, in my opinion, that shouldn't, or that should cause any like massive strife by simply implementing, the frameworks that, for instance, the amazing Lynn Walder has put together. It's not hard, but it's clear to me that the amount of reluctance to really sort of dive into it and to lean into it kind of speaks volumes. And as much as I fought that fight, probably not to quite the degree that Lynn is, I did it for over 10 years. And, I got to a point where it was exhausting. I felt that the executive assistant community, um, in certain ways, was kind of tapping out. I was never a fan of award shows and fluffy communities with lots of prizes and silly stuff. Um, Sort of in place of learning business and techniques and strategies and how to really, really get from point A to point B, how to negotiate, with senior leaders, how to really create outcomes, um, even if your voice quivered, so to speak. And I still see that today. And that's another reason why bEAst is super duper important to me, because again, I believe that, and this may be controversial, but I believe that a lot of times the executive assistants and executive administrative professionals that are at the top of the game are the ones are you know akin to the Navy SEALs of the EAPs. Uh, First ones through the door, first ones looking for the fight, and really creating sort of like a safer path for other people to simply just waltz through. But I will say this: the executive assistants and executive administrative professionals that I choose to work with are the ones that are, like I said, the Navy SEALs through the door. They're the ones that are breaking down barriers. They're the ones that are pushing this entire movement forward with little to um, no accolades or pat on the back or a thank you or appreciation of any kind. And the way that they're doing this isn't necessarily, big, bright, fancy, and all over LinkedIn. It's more about showing up, performing at a level that's, producing at a level that's highest, um, producing literally, as if a peer to the CEO as opposed to the help, who are speaking the same language, know the vernacular, know the game, know the rules, and they're probably playing it better than everyone because again, they have more access than anybody in the building, including the CEO. Look it up; it's a thing. Those are the ones who have always, been my tribe, if you will, the ones that I've always wanted to sort of surround myself with, and the ones that I teach and mentor and sort of create new versions of, and improve upon the ones that are still, doing it and still kicking the door down. those are beasts, in my opinion. And those are the people that I love to have around me. Those are the people that I love in a community because, again, it's a community that feeds itself. It doesn't require a bunch of hand holding, and I don't need to give you prizes and cute books and shit with your name on it. I'm not doing that. Sorry. Plenty of those out there in the wild. Have at it. But what I will promise you is you will have a community of badasses that you can always reach out to in case of emergency. If you need, anything, advice in the moment, a hookup, some kind of, um, you know, adv- just whatever you got. That's really what I love about the type of communities that I like to build. It's a place where we learn together, we push each other. We're a little competitive. That's a good thing. And we're really striving for the very tippy top. None of my people should ever be worried about if they're being paid the max, because they are. And if they're not, they will certainly know how to negotiate for it and get it. I've been really, really good about that over my, 10 plus years teaching executive assistants. I think I'm at $8.6 million in new compensation scored by executive assistants of all the ones that I've taught and mentored over the years. And I plan to get well above 10 million probably in the next year or so. So, again, if you're really looking for a community that's just different from the rest. You don't need the fluffy shit. You want to, again, learn how to be at the very, very top of your game, get the exact amount of money that you're looking for, have the exact amount of accountability that you want within your role. You want to learn how to, really revamp your brand and make it a brand that pops and more people who know who you are. It's not like you have to be loud and all over the place like I am on LinkedIn, but at least, some brand recognition, both internally, but also externally, where people know that you are indeed a beast, not necessarily a beast in my community, but you're a beast in life, and a beast in business. So that you will never have to look for a job. A job will always come to you if that's indeed what you want. But I'll also prepare you for the opportunity to start your own business or to start your online business that's probably going to pay you close to $10,000 a month, just in stoking a flame as opposed to creating something completely from scratch. That's all just based on your expertise already and your experience already, your access already, that sort of thing. I believe there are so many opportunities, especially now with the advent of AI, and then also these layoffs have actually opened up a completely new market of people just wanting to learn, you know, what they tacitly didn't want to learn when they had the time. And a lot of that are the skills that executive administrative professionals have right now, as well as things that they know specifically that are super marketable in a market that is ever changing and a market that is now fraught with people looking for jobs. So that's really the gist of all of this. I'm super excited to have everyone clamoring to be in this community. Not everyone will be accepted. I don't really do, the middling ones. Sorry, again, I don't want that to sound rude, but I keep it real. If you are someone that loves business, that breathes business, that wants to find a way to do it better and better and better and better every single day, and that really knows that they are the best at what they do, and they want to really just sort of like tie up the loose ends and learn quote unquote everything else that I'll be teaching and the rest of the community will be teaching. That's why this community exists, and this is definitely a community you should join. If you're just curious or you're like, oh, I kind of want to be this or kind of want to be that, if you have any doubt in your mind about what it is that you're doing now or what you want to be doing in the future, I'm not the one for you. And this community is not the community for you. This is for people that have, a really, really strong belief in themselves, conviction, and simply just need, like I said, the nuance, and that sort of untold stuff, the stuff they won't tell you to your face about how to succeed. That's what we offer here. And, a community of people who are at the tippy top of their game already, have all the skills that they need, maybe can add a few more, or maybe we're just open to, different ways of doing the same thing. That's what we're here for. So again, I'm excited. Thank you so much for your interest. And I promise you, this will be one of those communities where people are like, damn, I got no clue. And to me, that's kind of most people think of me from going, from zero to 100, so to speak, throughout my career. And this community is exactly an emulation of that in a community form. And I'm excited and very proud of what we're creating here, and can't wait to really dive in with all of you, and make something special. So thank you so much for your interest. Thank you for joining. If you join, if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. There is a VIP membership. It's a whole vibe. It's something I'll probably add for a second I would say interview, or just a different informational video, so that you know exactly what it's about. But it's if you're really really interested in becoming a success, and doing it within a year, and this includes creating a business of your own that probably grosses you, like I said, minimum $10,000 a month by the end of the year, of all the training that we're going to be going through, and the sort of market testing of the product or service or online courses, et cetera, that we'll be creating on your behalf, and alongside you. That is definitely a membership you'll want to be a part of, because it's all encompassing. It also includes, because don't forget, I now own a gym and a recovery center. This also includes the sort of teaching and a bit of a body transformation and mental health transformation, similar to what I went through when I stepped away from LinkedIn, where I got into the best shape of my life. Even at 55 years old, I'm still a competitive runner, by the way. I had my most successful track and field season ever this past year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to my next challenge, which is becoming an age grouper high rocks champion at some point. So that's the next big hurdle that I'm trying to tackle. But again, that particular cohort and its numerous cohorts, all within a 1 year, I don't know what you would call that, just a 1 year boot camp almost. Um, I'm excited to see it's almost like my own baby YC. I'm excited to see how many entrepreneurs I can create in a year, how much wealth they can create individually and in aggregate, and improve again that this evolution of executive administrative professionals now includes entrepreneurs who are able to leverage everything that they've known, everything that they've learned, all the knocks and bruises and bumps and triumphs and failures, et cetera, sort of wrapping all that into a 1 year training boot camp, like I said, and coming out of the other side of it super duper successful, completely self-sufficient, and excited about the next phase of life, and being able to craft that in their own unique way. That doesn't include collecting a check. So anyway, if you're interested in that, DM me as well, and I'll give you a run through. That is by invitation only. So of course, I'm only going to be teaching that to a couple handfuls of people, just because it's very time consuming for me. And now that I'm kind of embarking on world tours again, and teaching in person all over the world, I need to make sure that my time is protected, and only utilized, if you will, by people that again are on a very specific path, and one that I know that there's a desire and a passion for amounts of success that are equal to mine. So that's it. Thank you so much. Welcome to bEAst, and we'll see you in the community if you decide to join. And I can't wait to say hello.